What's good, NBA family? Now, I know y'all used to the weekly recap episodes, but we got to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers because what they're doing right now is just different. At the time of recording, they're currently 11-0, and the way they've been playing has just really been impressing me. But I still hear the haters and the naysayers out there saying this team is no different than past years. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to get into why this team is different than past years. And in the end, we're going to get into whether this team is the real deal and has the ability to contend to win it all or not. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the family. If you're a returner, it's good to see you, my dog. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. I want to start with why this team is different from past years. So, of course, everyone's gotten better in the offseason. Everybody was putting in work in the offseason. But the real reason and the real X factor why this team is different than past years is because of two people, Kenny Atkinson and Evan Mobley. Under the Cavaliers' old coach, J.B. Bickerstaff, Evan Mobley wasn't really developing the way that the Cleveland Cavaliers liked. So they brought in Kenny Atkinson, who's known for his player development abilities as a coach. And Kenny Atkinson has absolutely unlocked Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers by playing through Evan Mobley early in the game and going to him first, which is something we have never seen the Cleveland Cavaliers do in the past. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that Kenny Atkinson found the secret sauce, man, because he understands that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, they are natural scorers. So throughout the course of a game, they're going to get theirs regardless. They're going to get going regardless. So if Kenny Atkinson runs intentional offense for Evan Mobley and through Evan Mobley early in the game, early in that first quarter, by the time the third and fourth quarter roll around, he'll have not only Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland rolling because that's just what they do. They're natural scorers, but it'll also have Evan Mobley rolling, which will have all three. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the numbers reflect this because that when you look at this team's numbers versus past years, the Cavaliers this year have the number one offensive rating in the league. They have the best field goal percentage at 52% from the field, and they have the second best three-point percentage at 42% from the three-point line. This is something that they've never been able to do in past years. And also, Kenny Atkinson running his offense through Evan Mobley is giving Evan Mobley a confidence that we have never seen him play with. And I'm going to be honest, it's also giving him an aggression that we've never seen him play with at all in his past couple years in the NBA. I mean, last year, Evan Mobley had 2 drives per game. This year, I know we're only 11 games into the season, already up to 9 drives per game. And I want to show y'all an example of right here what I mean with Evan Mobley and his aggression. In this clip right here, we see Evan Mobley take it straight to the defender and then great footwork inside to get in for an easy lay. Or right here on this clip, you can just see the newfound confidence in Evan Mobley. When he gets trapped right here, a lot of times that'd be a pass out last season. Now, keeps pivoting, stays calm, and gets an easy bucket over Franz. And that newly found confidence that Kenny Atkinson has instilled in Evan Mobley has even got him shooting threes. Right here, and see him on this clip shoot that three confidently after that pass fake. And you know what's crazy? That's just the offensive end from Evan Mobley. We all know the defensive menace that he is with having the ability to stay with guards in the perimeter and then also be able to go and protect the rim with one of the best in the league, to be honest with you guys. I think every year he is in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year. And let's not forget his front court running mate, Jared Allen, another player who is in a discussion for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. The Twin Towers lineup, man, they have a plus 13.5 net rating when out there on the court together. For my folks who's not really big into the analytics, basically on average, the Cavaliers are scoring 13.5 more points than the other team for every 100 possessions when Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are on the floor together. So let's not forget about that great offensive and defensive minded Twin Towers lineup. But let's get into another reason why this team is just different than past years. And that's because it's not ISO ball anymore, man. And for anyone that says, oh, it's my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, they have not truly watched the Cleveland Cavaliers this season, because the Cavs this season averaged the 4th most assists in the NBA per game. They're averaging 29.7 assists per game as a team. The only team above them is the Raptors at that number 1 slot with 30.6 assists per game as a team. And the Cavaliers just have great off-ball movement, man. I mean, this year, they are just playing like a real basketball team that shares the sugar, that shares the rock, that passes up a good shot for a great shot, passes up a good shot for an even better shot. And this is something that we have never seen the Cleveland Cavaliers in past years do. They always relied on Donovan Mitchell to ISO ball, go get it done. It was a lot of Donovan Mitchell, go get it done, and standing around and watching. This year, totally different, man. But let's get into another reason why this team is different than past years, man. It's because of their pace. They're playing with some of the fastest pace in the league right now. Right now, they're the number 3 team in the NBA for fast break points per game with 18 fast break points per game. And this is something that we have never seen the Cleveland Cavaliers in past years be at the top of the league in, is at that fast break points category, the pace category. I mean, the last couple years, they have been the 29th 2 years ago, and then last year they were the 20th slowest team in the league. Versus this year, they are now in the top 5 fastest team in the league, it just shows the intention to change their offense, which comes all through Kenny Atkinson, man. And another reason why this team is just different than past years is because they just look in sync, guys. And I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I'm a big numbers guy. I'm a big believer in what Jay-Z once said. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, man. But there's nothing that beats a good old eye test. And I gave y'all numbers for every single one of these categories we've talked about in fast break points per game, in the front court net rating, in their shooting percentages and 3-point and field goal percentages. And we've talked about all this, and all this is key. And I've gave y'all all that. But there's nothing that beats a good old eye test, man. And if you go watch the Cleveland Cavaliers in past years, and if you go watch the Cleveland Cavaliers this year, you would see exactly what I'm talking about. They just look in sync. They look like they want to be out there together. They look like they want to go to war for each other. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, Kenny Atkinson plays a big part in that. In the NBA, coaches' voices in the locker room oftentimes just dry out, man. It dries out. So for you to get a new voice, for you to get a change of scenery, is everything for a team sometimes. And that's exactly what happened here with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not only did the Isaac Okoro's get extended, not only did the Donovan Mitchells get extended, and now they know they're secure with their future. They got their bag. They know where they're going to be. But now they're able to come together and play in sync. Man, it just looks like some beautiful basketball. So then the question becomes, is this team the real deal? And can they truly contend? And yes, I do think this team can contend because they have a great backcourt in Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. They have one of the best front courts in the league with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I mean, I wouldn't even look at this team like a big 2. I would look at this team like a big 4, to be honest with you, because they have a great front court and a great backcourt. Then they have great role players off the bench like the Karis LeVerts, like the Isaac Okoros, the Ty Jeromes, the Sam Merrills, like these guys who fit their roles, who come off the bench. These guys are great. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. If you have been following the Clutch Talk channel for a long time, you know that at the beginning of last season, I talked about nobody in the NBA can compete with the Boston Celtics in the 7-game series because of their ability to switch 1 through 5, because of their ability to have the best 1-2 punch in the NBA with Tatum and Brown as far as scoring wise, and then also have one of the best defensive backcourts in the league with Drew Holiday and Derek White, and then be able to have Kristaps and Al Horford back there. That team is unbeatable. And I made a video at the beginning of last season, y'all, telling y'all nobody would beat the Celtics. And they have brought back every single player. So I would be crazy to say that anybody can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series. But that doesn't mean that the Cleveland Cavaliers cannot at least put up a battle and contend. I do think that they can put up a battle, but unfortunately, I would not have anybody beating the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. But there you have it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. And I hope you guys have learned something from this video, learned something about the Cleveland Cavaliers. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Am I tripping? Is this too early for me to say that they can contend? Am I wrong? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I love y'all as always, man. Make sure y'all go check out Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Everything will be linked in the description down below. I love y'all, boys. And for now, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.